Find a way at the table, please. Now.
Oh my gosh, Mum. Come on, Els, let me a party, but it's for Jake's birthday. Please, let me go, please.
Come on, going.
I didn't ask you. Mum, please, come on. Listen to your father, please. Father? He is not my father. He will never be my father.
Yes. Well, it doesn't
Shut
matter.
up, Dan!
Because Dad, you're not going. That's the end of that.
Caitlin, dinner's ready.
Hi, Mum.
Hi.
Oh, you've got my favourite.
Home cooked especially for you.
Evening.
Hi, Dad.
How are we?
Yes.
Daddy, do you like the castle I built?
Oh my god, Dad. Els is having a party, and it's Jake's birthday, and please let me go. Please, it's going to be so good.
What do you think?
Oh, come on. Everyone's going to
Daddy,
be
do you
there.
like the castle?
Shut up, Dan.
One second, buddy.
Come on, please.
Okay, you can go.
Dad!
Daddy, do you like the castle?
Yes, buddy, it's really nice.
Good, thank you for paying attention to me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Okay. Good. Okay, fantastic. What do we like again? Look, just looking at the way they set that up, yeah?
I like
Phoebe?
the contrast because when Caitlin was with Bruce, she was really unhappy, but Dan was really happy, and then it seemed like Will wasn't as happy with his dad when Caitlin was.
Good. Okay. Yes, Luca?
There was a contrast, like the fact that, I'm not sure about character names, but Dan and Will were the same character, and you could see why Dan obviously liked the stepdad more because he paid more attention, unlike, Caitlin was the almost favouritised child in the other situation. She had like first vote, and in the other scene she asked something, but it was straight away no, and here they like decided. So there was a contrast between. I'm guessing this was the actual dad. This was the. Yeah.
So that's the thing, isn't it, which you've picked up on, that actually sometimes step-parents is evil to some, but obviously the younger one, and is that something you kind of felt in your experience, that the younger ones don't kind of suffer as much with the step-parent?
I think when you're younger, you don't really understand, and you get used to people more easily. So, whereas when you're older, you're so used to something, and you'll understand the whole concept better. So I think it affects the older person more.
Kind of like the appreciation,
Mm-hmm.
how it was supposed to be that the younger kid, Will, and the character obviously, and how Will didn't like Ronan, who played the dad, and how he doesn't appreciate how his dad has been with him up to the point of the divorce, and now this new guy, Bruce, played by Tom, now he just absolutely loves this guy who's just nice, but then again they haven't known each other for that long.
Good. What also happened in terms of the relationship with mother and father here? They did what better straight away?
They sort of talked to each other.
Good.
Whereas Bruce answered for Hannah's character, the mum, immediately, and Hannah didn't even think about saying, well, actually, I want to say it now.
Brilliant.
Maybe that was maybe Hannah's character's scared that maybe that was the reason that they broke up, is because of this communication, something wrong there. So that maybe that's why Hannah's so scared to input on the ideas. She doesn't want this other guy leaving her as well.
Brilliant. We've got wonderful responses. Well done, Lucatis. But I still want you to pick out very quickly some of those elements and mediums. We've had contrast, we've had levels. What else? Yes?
And the crosscut kind of really flowed into.
That's a crosscut for a strategy. So you're talking about, the flow. What words are you picking out from that sheet? In mediums or elements?
She's on the way.
Okay. Good. Help her out. Anyone?
The contrast, I guess.
Okay, contrast again.
But the contrast flowed into each other really quickly. Caitlin's anger changed really quickly, kind of like a climax, because
She did,
her anger
yeah.
climaxed over to the other scene where she was a lot calmer.
Also, I think the pace was different because in this one it was whatever she said, it was just no and no and no. But this one it was
And it slowed everything down over here. Yes, that's a very good point. It shut things off. There was a real tension and silence. No, from Tom's character. And that kind of really cut that tension there. Fantastic, everyone. Your last little response is going to be if you can just turn your seats or bring them forward to have a read of something on the board here. if it works. I just want to read this to you. Kites. Children are like kites. You spend a lifetime trying to get them off the ground. You run with them until you are both breathless. When they crash, you add a longer tail. They hit a rooftop. You pick them up and comfort them. You watch them get picked up. You assure them that they will someday fly. Finally, they are airborne. They need more string and you keep letting it out with each twist of the ball of twine. There is a sadness that goes with the joy. As the kite becomes more distant, you somehow know that the lifetime that held you together will finally snap to soar as it was meant to soar, free and alone. Children are like kites. I'm going to play. Well, I didn't want it to play as you were doing it, but now you'll hear it more.
Where did that song come from?
The song like Crash.
So, just to finish, we're almost done.
4 minutes.
So, just come in, because we're not going to have time to explore this in detail today, but we'll bring it into the next section. Okay? So what I'm just curious about to finish our little observation today, and well done, by the way, everything is fantastic. Remember, it all feeds into what we'll continue to do. So I'm just interested in what your responses would be to this. That's your stimulus. I was playing a little bit of music quietly in the background. But now, I think if you want to use music more, what ideas does that give you in terms of access difference? Yes, Hayden?
I feel like maybe if you use like a soundtrack like that, like really simple, like quite sad,
Yeah.
then you can have someone like narrating like the poem, like a parent, and then like maybe behind her people like act out what she's saying.
Okay, so let's take that idea from you, Ken. So what would music come in under the medium elements of drama? Does it enable that? Huh? But you would use mine with some music. Okay. What bits would you mind? Because everyone's going to have different interpretations. Yeah?
Like the child growing up, so when it's like, when it says, like, finally they're airborne, it could be them growing up, like, leaving home or something.
So, wonderful interpretation, isn't it? Finally, they are airborne, and the kind of scene to show them leaving home. What would you have in that scene?
The parent getting really emotional and stuff.
Parent getting emotional?
And the child being really excited about leaving.
So how old would you say they were then?
How
How old would the child be?
18.
Like 18, waving, going off to
Like traveling.
university or something, or travelling. Good?
Use like when it says like rhythm, pace, tempo, the music would come into that because it'd be quite like slow.
So you bring the music in deliberately at that moment. Any other moments you could bring to life or be inspired by? Hannah?
I was just going to say that for the last bit, you could, the tempo of the music could like get faster.
Faster, yeah?
It's saying that you're letting the child go, and it like symbolise like their heart beating faster and faster as the child's.
Okay, good. So you bring music in and then you make it louder to show that kind of distance that they're going to be, which is going to exist between them. Is that Tom or
When it says to soar, as it was meant to soar forever, it's kind of like when they maybe die.
You see it as maybe, well, that's your
The parent
interpretation.
dying, 'cause it's
Oh, the parent dying.
Yeah, because the child usually never dies before the parent. So it's
No.
kind of saying a lifeline that held you together will finally snap. So it's
Okay.
kind of like
So you're almost saying, in your interpretation, the parent who's died sort of suggests they've now gone.
Yeah, and they then go and say free and alone. So then the child then goes and lives alone without their parent.
Well, I think it has more symbolism than that, doesn't it? It's like that they're letting go of the reins. You could see it literally, but maybe the parent does ultimately go, die. So although they disappear, sorry, can you hear? It's still seen as the parent dies. Dan witness a beautiful poem, yeah.
Kind of like that contrast of the parent, because this is role is to get him through life.
Yes.
And obviously the parent is thinking, child.
And that's the thing, isn't it? They suffer. Where's the example of the parents suffering, finding it tough for you?
Which breath was it?
Breathless.
Breathless and the one with the roof.
You hit the rooftop. There's so much there. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is next time we meet, we're going to use this as a starting point. We're going to create a piece of drama based upon this, okay? And then from there, we're almost completed our parenting unit. That will take us to the end.
What about monsters?
We're not doing monsters, that's for the other group. But listen, well done for everything you've done today. Really, really well done.
We need to take
Yes, that's right.